Okay, guys. So now, prior to the game, between Bayern and Zalgiris, we're speaking to Steffen Hamann, our under-16 coach. Steffen, I definitely need to know from you, what's your experience or your impression so far of this next generation tournament?
Like every year on the tournament here in Munich, we are glad to host it, of course, to see 3 days of great basketball, kids, or almost a man who are loving the game. We saw great games already, and of course with Real Madrid we saw maybe the top candidate to win it all.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, do you have a favorite or like a favorite prospect, either specifically one player, or do you have a favorite team? Well, clearly it has to be Bayern, but apart from them.
Yeah, of course, but there are so many interesting kids here. We can talk about it, I think, on Sunday, who is maybe the most interesting kid, but all the kids that are having fun, they're competing, and that's what we coaches and all the spectators love.
You just pointed out how strong Real Madrid could be. What about our guys? What about Bayern Munich? You're really close to them. Do they have a proper chance to play a good tournament here?
I mean, I start with the negative. We are two players out with Martin Kalou and Ivan Karchenkov, who would carry this team. And also we are having a situation that we are cooperating with IBAM Schwabing. So 4 new players have to integrate. So we will see what's happening, but I hope the guys competing, and we play against top teams. Maybe we can play for the third place team, but I don't see us in the final.
Okay, that's a very real, very honest answer. Looking into the stands here, there are so many coaches, so many scouts here. What has the experience been like for you from that point of view?
I mean, when I was young, there weren't any scouts or something in the gym. But for the kids, I think it's on one side it's great to show themselves, show what they can, show what they love. For the other side, I hope they're not putting themselves under pressure too much. I think first couple of minutes they're going to be nervous, then they get rid of it, and I hope all the kids and supporters here will cheer for our kids to help maybe to compete against Kaunas.
You already said you're guessing that our guys might play, or hoping that our guys might play for the third place. What do you think is this game going to be like? Are they winning this one?
Kaunas is a tough team to beat. They always have great basketball players, especially they are great shooters. And Kaunas always competing against teams like Real for the first spot. So today would be a surprise to win it. But like I said, the first game always a little bit too nervous, our kids. But maybe we can compete in the other 2 games, get a W or one or 2, and then we'll see. Sometimes luck helps too.
Perfect. So let's see what the guys got. Enjoy the game.
Thank you.
J'ai sur mon lit à bouffer sa langue en buvant en mon. Quant à moi, peu dormi, vie débris, mais j'ai dû dormir dans la gouttière où j'ai eu un flash. En 4 couleurs, ça plane pour moi, moi, ça plane pour moi.
Was du auch machst, wir machen Frühstück. Kellogg's.
Bist du nervenstark und ein Powerplayer? Hast du Führungskraft? Wie eine echte Maschine? Dann sei ein Gamechanger bei der BayWa.
Mannschaftsausstellung von Zalgiris Kaunas. Nummer 0, adidasNGT. Nummer 1, Christopas. Nummer 3, Zigas Christopas. Nummer 8, Stoltas Justas. Nummer 10, Raupenis Nelas. Nummer 15, Zalgiris Kaunas. Nummer 16, Novitas Augustas. Nummer 17, Kokalas Mantas. Nummer 23, Pidiokas Aleskas. Nummer 24, Wikas Tobias. Nummer 25, Laurentikas Mantas. Nummer 32, Satas Kevinas. Nummer 77, Rodaitis Jukovas. Die Headcoach der Mannschaft, Pioga Vitautas. Assistant Coaches, Conora Tarisius Rogas, Sleras Tausinas und Navisnas Kedisnas. Zur Mannschaftsaufstellung vom FC Bayern München. Nummer 3, Dominik Dolic. Nummer 4, Raphael Fattetal. Nummer 7, Luka Pesic. Nummer 8, Desmond Juro. Nummer 9, Mai Dolisek. Nummer 10, Mario Brunetto. Nummer 11,
Welcome in to the Audi Dome in Munich. This is the Adidas Next Generation Tournament. We have a matchup between FC Bayern Munich and Zalgiris Kaunas. It should be a fantastic game. Zalgiris, one of the top teams in the tournament. Bayern struggle a little bit with injuries, but have a really cool combination of a different team. We're going to talk with my co-host over here, Mr. Niels Jaeger. He's going to describe exactly what's going on in Munich, because it's been an interesting experience, I think.
Yes, it's quite interesting because what we're seeing here with FC Bayern Munich right now is kind of a cooperation between two bitter crosstown rivals, actually. So FC Bayern were nice enough to ask the rival team Kickz IBAM if they wouldn't mind helping out with a couple of players. So what that means is that in the end, the main body of the team is going to be made up of Bayern players, but 4 of the players that we're going to be seeing are from the crosstown rivals Kickz IBAM, and actually they have one more guy that they rented, so to speak, from the team in Jena. They had a tournament where they got ready over Christmas in Italy, and they beat Bassano and Varese, I was told. So they're actually looking quite good, but feeling a little bit down because they are missing actually 3 of the main players, or star players, so to say.
It's one of the unfortunate things while preparing for this game. I'm looking at all of the highlights of Ivan Karshenkov and Martin Kailu, and then it winds up that they're not going to be able to play as you see a foul early on Munich. And it's a shame because I think they're 2 of your best talents coming in, and unfortunately they're not going to make it out into the court during this tournament. But again, you've got this great teamwork between these 2 competitors, competing teams from Munich. That should be it should be a fun experience, I think.
Even Robbie Scheinberg and Camilo Rosenthal, who usually coach the Schwabing, the IBAM team, are part of the FC Bayern coaching team here. So I was kind of joking with them before the game if it feels weird to be wearing the jerseys of their bitter rivals, but they kind of laughed it off and they said, no, it's a great honor to be part of this here, because rarely do they get to play against international talent of this caliber.
Well, the first point scored on a free throw from Stonkus, as Bayern is dressed in white and gold, while Kaunas is in green and white. Big man inside definitely traveled, took about 4 steps. It is called, that's Onikwere. They call him Nico, right?
Yeah, they call him Nico by first name. He's very raw talent, 2 meters 16 tall, comes from Nigeria by way of Belgrade, and has never really played kind of organized basketball this way, I was told. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he adapts.
Well, and he's about 7 feet tall for anybody who's an American out there, I suppose, not using the metric system. A big man, as you can see, with a big body. We'll see if the skills, I guess, are there with it, because as we all know, it doesn't only have to be the size. As Kaunas takes a 3-pointer with the clock running out, and it's off Bayern. As the clock expires, let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to give it with a fresh shot clock? They're talking with the scoring table. That was fairly strange because it went out of bounds off of Munich with about half a second left. They're going to give maybe 1 second, I think, to Kaunas. Shouldn't be much more than that. Who else should we be looking for in this game, with especially for Bayern? Because we know that Bayern is the underdog in this game. That's just really unquestionable. So who else should we be watching for on the Munich squad? Shot in and out, ball back to Munich.
I think other than Nico Onikwere, sorry, but I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that name right.
Right.
Other than him with 2 meters 16, as you know, you can't teach height. It's something that I think all scouts are always looking for, a player with raw talent and a lot of height. Here we go.
Well, there's the size.
Yep. Not a bad start for the young fella. And other than him, number 8, Desmond Yamu. He's a player with the number 8. I have not seen him play live yet, but I was told good things about him.
Shot is up, rebounds, bounces around, There's a fight for it, kick ball, and the ball goes to FC Bayern. Interesting, but again, you just see the size is impressive. And we've already seen early in this tournament, we've already had 3 games early on. This is the 4th game of the tournament. There's been some very good ones. There's been some domination from a couple of the top teams. Alba Berlin looked great. Real Madrid looked great. Let's see what Bayern does. But I can tell you, having watched all the games, as you see a foul on the perimeter, there has been some really impressive dunks. Like, there's some real length in this tournament.
Yeah. Here's to hoping we see way more of those.
And some alley-oops. We'll take some of those too. and
Give
here goes
those,
Nico leaves. A big man probably going to get gassed pretty quickly. He is replaced by number 12, Kolev.
Jeremy Kolev, player from Bulgaria actually, who played on the Alba Berlin team last year and who just recently joined the Kick-CBAM squad. I kind of like his game. He's kind of like a Barkley-looking, young Barkley-looking guy. A little bit heavy set maybe, but he's got a lot of energy and power in those legs, as you're going to see later.
Well, he is kind of barrel-chested, but it's cool. It's hard to see if there's more length just by the eye test with Zalgiris, but I think that the size is just the brawn, the strength. There's some strong guys over here on the Bayern squad. I'm curious to see if they can put that to use under the basket. And so far, they have a 2-0 lead. We got 2 minutes, and Kaunas has not. They've only scored a free throw, so I'm sorry, it's 2-1. They've not yet scored from the floor, which is an impressive feat in and of itself for the Bayern defense. As Bayern retains possession, almost thrown away. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to have to get it up here at the rim. It's thrown up and in.
Yeah.
You'll take that. That's from Yamu. Excuse me. That was number 9, Dolinsek.
He's a young Slovenian international, also from the IBAM squad. IBAM, by the way, stands for International Basketball Academy Munich, just in case you were wondering.
From Schwabing, right?
From Schwabing. It's a neighborhood here in Munich, close to the city center, which is kind of the university district.
So while the Audi Dome is a bit south in Munich, as it's knocked away by Yamu, their rivals are uptown, north side, and again playing together. It's a really pretty neat deal. You often have transferred players or loan players for these types of events, but as this nice hook shot put up and in by Belialska, 4-3 lead for Bayern here early. Bit of sloppy play up at the top.
Falkenthal, the player with the number 4 who's carrying the ball right now, he is the one that was borrowed from the team in Jena in the east of Germany.
That shot goes wide.
Here comes Jeremy. Yeah, why not?
There it is. Don't know if it looked pretty, but a shot from the free throw line, and it goes in. And again, Bayern keeps the lead 6-3. An impressive start so far for the underdogs. 3-point attempt is up, it's long, rebound falls to Kaunas.
There's a saying in German basketball, wer trifft, hat recht, which roughly translates to, if you make it, then it was, good on you. Good for,
exactly. If you make it, it was a great shot, right?
Yeah.
No matter what. You see that often in, I guess, the NBA as well. Some of these guys put up some shots that look absolutely ridiculous, but hey, if it goes in. On the sidelines, you see Vitalitas Pilaliga, that's the coach's name, as it's up and in.
That was pretty.
A nice alley-oop and also no defense. Bit of miscommunication there from the Munich defense. Ball controlled by Falkenthal. Grusendorf, Yamu, thought about a shot, didn't take it. Falkenthal takes a three-pointer, and that is short. Rebound, Munich. Inside thrown away, a bit of luck there. It is off a foot of one of the Kaunas players, and it stays with Bayern with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Bayern coach Paolo Prestes.
He's an interesting fellow.
Yeah?
The Brazilian guy, who played professionally for 16 years. He was drafted by the Timberwolves, but never ended up actually playing for them due to injury. But he played 10 years in the ACB in Spain, in Malaga, and in other places, and actually also in Lithuania. So I'm not sure if he played in Kaunas, but we'll have to look that up later.
Shot is up and off. Rebounded by Uzenas. Outlet pass up ahead. Backcourt. Bit of a slow scoring game so far. Both teams trying to find their rhythm. Ball remains with Kaunas.
I have to admit, I'm a little bit pleasantly surprised that the hometown heroes are managing to hang with this powerhouse from Lithuania early on in this game, because I guess the green and whites always are considered heavy favorites, whoever they go up against, maybe with the exception of Real Madrid. But it's good to see that the Bayern are hanging in there.
Well, you see it again there with just very strong defense, big bodies on the inside. You really see that with some of these just big bodies, taking up space, making it uncomfortable. Tough shots for Kaunas, and I mean, hey, you create enough of these tough shots, hit some three-pointers, make some plays, and you're going to be right in this game, as we see already. 5 minutes 40, and Bayern is right in this, as Janum in the corner looks to back down, almost lost the ball. Shot is up and rebounded by Kaunas. Rudaitis, he slips. They're going to say he was tripped. The foul is called on the floor, and that's on Grusendor. That's his first. So Nico Onikwere, the very tall center, already has 2 fouls. It's a big reason why you see him off the floor.
That happens often, huh? If a player starts off in organized basketball, he's prone to quick fouls.
Exactly right. Yep. And it's a tougher game. I mean, for those watching perhaps from the U.S., you see that it is I think it's a tougher game. It's more physicality. You see the players are allowed to bang around a bit more than they are, say, in the NBA and in the U.S., which I appreciate. I think many people do as well, as Kaunas shoots free throws.
So how come the Americans always claim the European game is so soft? That's kind of an unfair assessment, don't you think?
It's a really good point. And I remember when I was in the States, I heard that often too. And I came here and watched some of these games. It's just not true. I mean, I think there are some, the Euro step, the 2-step, which is, I guess, in a way graceful. That there is some type of style that's maybe a little more graceful than American, but the saying that it's soft is absolutely incorrect. Take to the basket, up, he thought about it in an attempt, and he's tripped up at the 3-point line. That'll be the first foul on Kaunas. 5 already on Bayern. So Kaunas is in the bonus. They will shoot free throws from now on. Bayern has the ball as Dolinsek comes on. Falkenthal will inbound. Falkenthal almost had it stolen on the perimeter. 7 seconds left. Takes it to the rim. Strong. Can't make it. Yamu is there for the rebound. Puts it up. Can't make it. Rebound again to Bayern. It's up and again misses. Plenty of opportunity. Can't put it home. Kaunas ends up with it. Almost with the steal. Kaunas at the other end. It's up and a strong foul by Yamu. Bayern had plenty of chances there. Just could not put it in the bucket.
Lots of action here in the last couple of seconds, but nobody was able to connect.
As I was saying in the previous game, this tournament, the Adidas Next Generation tournament has been going on for 20 years and has seen some incredible stars come through. And it's really an exciting experience. As you see throughout the crowd, there are scouts from the NBA, there's scouts from the EuroLeague, scouts from all over the world checking out these young talents, because stars like Luka Doncic, Victor Wembanyama has also come through, played in this tournament. There is some real star power, and you could be watching right now some of the future stars in the EuroLeague and in the NBA. As Bayern has the ball under the basket. That is a very nice up and in by Kolev.
Nifty move by Kolev, yeah. yeah, as you were saying, I mean, it's hard to imagine a European tournament with more star-studded teams in the competition, in the bracket than here. I mean, basically, pretty much almost every EuroLeague team's youth academy is on hand here. So I think it's safe to say that we're watching one of the best, if not the best, basketball tournament for young basketball players in Europe.
Bayern comes up with it and turns it over. Uzenas will dunk it home. Bit of a sloppy play there by Bayern.
He's going to put it up on Instagram later.
Exactly. Might have been the easiest dunk of his career, as there is a foul called against Valkenthal on the perimeter. Kaunas still only has 2 team fouls, as we have substitutions for Munich. Dolic and Roos will both check into the game.
Big guy, Philipp Roos, 2005. Good footwork, nice hands around the rim. He, in my opinion, he could be using his body a little bit more, using those elbows. But he's a strong player.
Shot is up and off. Kaunas with a 1-point lead here early. Up, strong attempt, no good. Rebounded again by Dolinsek. Looking to speed things up a bit, perhaps. Dolinsek, back to Dolic. Dolic looking for an opening in the middle, finds it at the free throw line. Bit of a flat shot, goes wide. Kaunas again with it. Neither team can score. And both teams are playing good defense. It's not all negative. Here we go, taken to the rim, and a foul at the rim.
Yeah, if we continue at this pace, we're going to have like a 40-45 type situation at the end, but let's hope they find their stroke.
I would not say it's been a pretty start, but again, hey, it's like a pretty shot. If it's a pretty shot, an ugly shot, if it goes in, that's what matters. You win an ugly game, nobody's going to care.
There's no such thing as winning ugly.
This is exactly right. This is exactly right. So let's see if Bayern can stay in it. Again, down just 1. Kaunas has several championships at the ANGT. They won in 2003, 2007. They've also been runner-up 3 times, 2005, 2006, 2011. So it's been a bit. You can tell they were a powerhouse back, 10 years ago.
And they will be hosting the Final Four in May, later this year. So obviously they're hoping to qualify. If they're not automatically qualified, that's something we need to look into, or do you know?
I don't think they are automatically, but I'm also not sure of that. But I believe they are not automatically qualified. And it's up and out. Rebound goes to Kaunas. Strong take, just couldn't get it in. Pass ahead. A little bit of frustration from the Kaunas side, as Sakas thought he had an open break. Pass went wild. Again, the offensive struggles for both teams. Bayern is playing in their 8th Adidas Next Generation tournament, hosting their 4th. Last hosted in 2020. Nice take. Dolinsek, strong to the hoop.
Strong take, yeah, by Maj Dolinsek. He's a Slovenian international who just recently came to Munich.
It's pretty incredible to hear all of these new players, new talents. I mean, how do you... it's tipped up and in. Timeout called on the floor. It's been a close one. Kaunas 13, FC Bayern 10. We'll be right back after this quick break. Well, they're staying right in it.
Yeah.
It's ugly. And we are back with 1:52 left to play in the first quarter, but a very balanced game so far. Bayern staying right in it. Dolic with the ball at the top of the key. Dolic. We'll see where Bayern can find their offense with this newly created squad. They've played a bit together here in the last few weeks, but shot is up just a bit long. Kaunas got a bit of a lucky bounce there on a wild pass. Good defense inside, and the ball is out of bounds. So the sloppy play continues.
The Bayern team needs to be a little bit more aggressive under the basket. The Kaunas team has 7 or 8 free throws so far, but the Bayern team has 0, which is, indicates a little bit of a lack of body contact down there under the basket.
Well, and we're seeing so far both teams have not hit from 3 so far. It's part of the offensive struggles. Dolic. Let's see if they try to get something going underneath. Varner. Take inside, reverse attempt. Oh, and he's fouled hard.
Luka Pezic with a nice pass to Philipp Rose, who was not able to hit that shot. It's too bad.
Looked good. There's been several of those shots here early that were in and out. And it has not helped Bayern, as Kaunas will shoot 2.
Fun fact regarding number 7, Luka Pezic, of course the son of Marko Pezic, and grandson of Svetislav Pezic. So it's a basketball royalty family there. Svetislav Pezic, highly decorated coach all over Europe. And Marko Pezic, the current GM of the Bayern team, who I think won 6 championships with Alba Berlin as a player.
Wow.
And so this is the next in line, the next generation Pezic, Luka.
Well, that's pretty incredible. Can you imagine just being born into that family? A little bit of pressure, too,
Must be a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But it's great to see that he's gained some centimeters. He used to be quite short still over the last couple of years, but he's grown nicely. So for a point guard, he's reaching that size.
Brunetto checks in for Dolinsek. Dolic. Under a minute left to play in the first quarter. Looking to control. Bayern needs to find some offense, and as you said, maybe under the basket. He had a lane, takes it, and it just cannot fall. But a foul is called, and he should shoot 2.
They got to make those easy baskets, or it's going to be a problem down the road. They've had a couple of layups that they missed that they really should have made.
They just will not drop. It's incredible how that works. It's a game of inches. You make a couple of those, and you're in the lead right now, heading into the second quarter. And you miss a couple of them, and you're down by 5. He hits the first, Varner.
Number 10, new player checked into the game for Bayern, Brunetto. Interesting fellow, very tall, from Italy. Apparently he's a very good shooter, so let's look out for that.
Boy, I hear scouts perking their ears. Very tall and a good shooter, huh? What did you say?
Look at that wingspan. I mean,
right.
If he fills out, and maybe the next Bargnani.
Yamu with a tight defense on the perimeter. Layup is still up and good. He didn't get that weak side defensive help. And Kaunas scores. Game clock, shot clock are the same. 17 seconds. Bayern looking to slow it down and score, down by 5. Dolic has it. Who's going to take the final shot? Looking for Yamu, can't find him. Instead, it's across to Brunetto. Brunetto look to take it in. Shot it at the rim, doesn't drop again. We're going to head to the second quarter. Again, Bayern shots just cannot drop. But on the other side, their defense has been fantastic. They've given up 17, they've scored 12. We'll be back for the second quarter right after this quick break. And we are back in the Audi Dome in Munich, Germany for the second quarter of a game between FC Bayern Munich and Zalgiris Kaunas. It's been a tight one so far, a bit of a sloppy one. We're hoping that the offense picks up a little bit, maybe on both sides. I guess maybe a little bit for Bayern. We're soft fans of Bayern over here. We're not going to call it too biased, but they're the hometown squad.
You can't be mad at me. I'm from Munich. I have to, hope that the hometown heroes
Of course.
make it far in this tournament.
So far, they've looked pleasantly good, and it's rebounded twice at the rim, and a foul called. Kaunas went up, got the offensive boards 2 times in a row, and then got fouled on his way back up. Not the way you want to start the quarter if you're Bayern. Kaunas will shoot, and that foul was also on Nico Onikwere. That's his third. That's a tough foul. As we said earlier, he's very raw, he's very fresh, he's very big, and maybe he's going to get called for more of those fouls than some of these other guys. Free throw is up and good. Score now 19-12.
Okay, battle of the big men down low. They seem to be about the same height, huh? Like 215, 216, 217, something like that?
Right. I would say Nico has the size advantage and strength. At least he looks like it. We'll see with the skill. Shot is up, and it's long. Still no three-point makes in the game for either team. I doubt that will last much longer.
It's been 8 or 9 shots taken so far, and none of them found the net.
Takes it into the lane and scores. A very fast start here in the second quarter for Kaunas. Bayern's got to slow it down, tighten it up on defense. Ball controlled by Falkenthal. Pesic. Nico. Falkenthal. It's up and it's long. Nico grabs it, and he's called for the foul. Pushing foul. 4 fouls on the big man. And I would imagine you're going to see him subbed out immediately. And he is. Roos will come on for the big man.
4 fouls at the start of the second quarter.
Tough.
That's almost comical.
That's tough. Well, that's something that you're going to, I guess, nod your head for this game and say, okay, next game, calm it down.
Yeah, I mean, all these young kids, all these young dudes are here to learn, and the learning curve for this guy, Nico, is going to be a steep one. But obviously, he has the tools to be a pro sometime soon.
Shot is up, almost another offensive board. Fast break ahead. This should be a dunk or a layup. It is. Nicely done. Grusendorf, there's for the finish.
Nice court vision there by Luka Pesic with the assist.
Take to the basket and way too easy.
That was too easy. Matador defense.
Right.
The FCB
Stonkus.
squad.
Defense just kind of disappeared. Lead back to 9 for Kaunas. Raindrop floater. That's a good one. That's Pesic.
He came off the bench, but he's doing a great job so far, seeing the open players and actually scoring himself. Great job by Luka.
Pesic, the floor general at the moment. Kaunas thought about a 3, didn't take it, and he's fouled on the perimeter. Navikas. Here's again that nice teardrop floater from Pesic in replay.
Here comes Jeremy Kolev checking back into the game. The Bulgarian who played in Berlin last year and is now part of the Schwabing and FC Bayern collabo team.
So he's one of the players from Schwabing.
Yep.
Dribble drive and a take. Wild, maybe a pass. And laid up and in. Boy, the boards have been a real problem, and it may be partly because the big man, Onikwere, is out with 4 fouls in the second quarter. 7 minutes to play, 25-16, 9-point lead for Zalgiris Kaunas, who have really dominated the boards here early in the second. Pass almost went out of bounds. Collected by Kolev. Kolev looking to score down low. Up and in, left-handed.
He's making the most of his time. I think he took 3 or 4 shots. He's made 3 of them. Great showing by him.
Kolev, 6 points early on. We'll see him and Bayern facing off against Kaunas after this quick break. We are back for the second quarter, 6:49 here in the Munich Audi Dome. Kaunas versus FC Bayern. The big discrepancy so far, if you look at the scoreboard, 11 fouls against the Munich team, 3 against Kaunas. That has definitely affected the game very deeply.
The outside shooting on both teams has not been good. It's been quite bad, to be frank, especially from a Lithuanian perspective. The teams are unusual. These guys are known to connect from the outside on a regular.
That was a nice steal inside by Falkenthal. He takes it up. He wants to score inside, up, and good, and a foul. Boy, there's a momentum shifter if I've ever seen when Falkenthal, with a steal on one side, took it all the way across and scored with a possibility of 3-point play, 20-25, 5-point lead for Kaunas. Falkenthal puts it in. Boy, if you're Bayern, I think you're going to be feeling pretty good about where you're sitting right now, down by 4 with 11 fouls. I think that obviously you're going to see some trouble, especially with your big man out, a big block at the rim and thrown away. Falkenthal with another steal. That one a little bit easier than the first one. Pass up ahead, Ruth, and that one slammed away.
Bad news for Bayern, they really have shooting and shooting percentage, but the good news, they're still hanging in there even though. So once they start making their shots, things could be looking up.
That's exactly right. Boy, it's a rough and dirty game, but it's close. Here Bayern has the ball again. Falkenthal thought about a shot, didn't take it. Takes it inside, pass, ugly. Yamu lays it up and in anyway. A little bit of fortune. Falkenthal gets it to Yamu, and it's a 2-point game. Tsigas looking for space. Stankas, he's got 7 points. He's the leading scorer so far for Kaunas. Takes the 3. Long. Rebound up. Knocked out, and it is off. Kaunas.
Zalgiris are going to make a change. Number 24, Luika checking in for number 8, Stankas.
The leading scorer leaves the court. 5 minutes 24 to play. Inbound will be by Grusendorf. Falkenthal's had a very nice run here the last few minutes. A couple points, a couple steals. Oh, bit of a dangerous pass. Got away with it. Here's Pesic. Pesic looking for an opening. Falkendorf. 5 seconds left. Got to shoot. Takes the 3. It's up and it's wide. And it looked like it is. It is off Kaunas. Again, a bit of luck there. You'll have a new shot clock. 14 seconds. Bayern ball. Another substitution. Kevin Zitska comes in. Falkenthal. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pesic. Running the clock. 4 seconds. Takes a shot, and it's wide and long. Kaunas with the rebound. There's a foul, blocking foul. 4th foul on Bayern in the quarter. They've cleaned things up a little bit here in the second in terms of fouls.
Only 4 fouls so far for Zalgiris Kaunas. Bayern have been more active on that front. They have about 12 or 13 fouls.
Do you think it's possible Bayern came in as it's out of bounds off Zalgiris? Do you think that Bayern came in with the idea of trying to be extra physical in order to maybe stay in this game a bit?
Possibly. I mean, their strong suit, I think, is their front court with the big fellows down low. But I hope it doesn't come back to haunt them with one of their most important players, Nico, from the starting 5, already sitting on the bench with 4 fouls as we speak.
And at the free throw line, Kaunas. Takes a 3-point lead. This is Bieliauska. He got 6 points. 4 minutes 30 left. Second one is also good. Coming in will be Saukas, replacing Navikas for Zalgiris. Falkenthal has been in practically the entire quarter. He's played well, helped keep Bayern right in this game. Kolev thought about the shot, didn't take it. Yamu. 6 seconds left. Cross court, knocked out of bounds. 3.8 left on the clock.
Let's see what Coach Prestes has taught them for a 3-second situation or a 4-second situation. Luka comes off the screen.
He's fouled.
And looks like he was out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Yep.
Foot on the line.
Well, that is probably not what they drew up for a 3-second play.
Unlikely.
Right. Still down by 4. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Not an offensive explosion so far. We've had some actually pretty offensive firework games so far. This one has not proven to be so. Not yet, at least. Both teams could definitely get hot, especially from 3. He thought about it there, didn't take it. Kebazinska. Buika wants the shot, takes it. That's a long 2, and it's long. Rebounded by Kolev.
Unbelievable. Still no luck from outside.
Falkenthal. Pesic. Yamu. Yamu, nice spin inside. Lays it up and misses it. But a foul.
Finally putting some pressure on the Kaunas bigs down there. It's going to make things easier later in the game if these guys are at least in a little bit of foul trouble.
I've liked some of the moves. Yamu, he's got a nice spin move. He's very quick on his feet down there under the basket. He's done it a couple times now. Just unfortunately has not been able to finish.
Interesting story too. He's actually a Ukrainian national and a refugee. He came here to Munich with his family, with his parents, last year, due to the war, of course, and has found a new home here in Munich and with FC Bayern. So,
wow,
great story and development for him.
He misses both free throws. Pretty cool story. I really hope Bayern goes far in this tournament simply because of who they are as a foul on the perimeter. And they've got 5, so that'll be free throws for Kaunas. As we're going to see, the reverse of the issues with fouls, excuse me. The fouls are going to be a problem for Bayern in both ways. They are committing too many and not drawing enough. But the Munich story is really neat. I think just again the conglomeration, the combination of two teams who dislike each other normally, or rivals. They're playing together, playing well together. They're down by 5 right now against a top team. That's really impressive. It's fun to watch. Varner to inbound. Bayern now down by 6. I think that might be the biggest deficit, one of the biggest. They have not trailed by much the entire game. They've been right in it the whole way. Kolev, Yamu, Falkenthal, 3 minutes left. Falkenthal, Yamu, dangerous pass under the basket, lays it up and in. There it is.
Nice. Nifty move by the big fellow. Desmond Yamu.
Whistle blown. They're just going to restart. Substitutions coming in for Zalgiris. Now, Yamu has looked good. He's looked good underneath.
He's got to watch out for the fouls, though, because he has 2 fouls already, as do 2 other players on the Bayern team. Nico, obviously, with 4 fouls already, so he's got to watch out, because if he gets into foul trouble and he has to sit on the bench, they don't have many big guys left.
Speaking of fouls, Bayern picks up another one. Unnecessary fouls, really. Not what you want. You don't need these ticky-tack fouls on your own side of the court, especially.
So the refs are not homers. We can agree on that.
When you look at the foul statistics up there on the board, I would say no, that's probably not the case. If the Bayern fouls were a bingo card, they'd be winning. As it's up and in, nice shot.
Kapazinska. The little fella, yeah. He's got a great body language. Look at him. He's bringing all that energy.
Here he is again, up and blocked. As 2 players are under the basket, and it's up and in.
But he makes things happen.
Kapazinska got tangled up underneath with Falkenthal. They both stand up. All good. Friendly hug. Timeout called as Kaunas takes a 7-point lead. We'll be right back. And we're back with 2 minutes 30 left to play here in the second quarter. I'm here with Niels Jaeger. And Niels, we've had a couple questions here on the live stream, and I'm going to send them over to you and see if you can answer them.
Okay.
Good luck.
So there was one question: how many German national players are actually active for the FC Bayern team today? As far as I know, almost all players are active for various international teams, not all of them German. 3 of them actually play on the German side. The latest addition is the big man Philipp Roos. And the other guys I will introduce to you as we progress here in the game.
Falkenthal fouled. That'll be a 3rd team foul on Kaunas. Pesic will inbound. Falkenthal loses the ball, but it is going to remain with Bayern. Falkenthal wanted a foul, but wasn't called.
Another question that reached us over the internet, quite a good question actually, is if there are German international players playing abroad on other international teams which are not German. Of course, there are plenty of those, and I won't be able to get into all of them, but one of them is Isaac Bonga's little brother. Isaac Bonga, of course, a former NBA player who now plays for FC Bayern, and his younger brother, as luck would have it, is actually a player on Zalgiris Kaunas when he is not injured. And that's too bad that we have a lot of injured players, a lot of star players who are missing the game today. On Bonga, obviously, on the side of Zalgiris Kaunas, and on the Munich side, there's players like Ivan Kachenkov, point guard named Tin Udev, who's a very great active point guard, and then of course Martin Kalou, who is not able to play today. Ivan Kachenkov will be back in action next week. It'll take a little bit longer for Martin Kalou.
Bayern still down by 7, 2 minutes left to play. Thank you for your questions on the live stream. That is fantastic. We will try to answer them as they come, if we can, to the best of our abilities. Up and under and in. Nice play by Zigas. Falkenthal. Bayern needing to find some offense. They really need to hit some shots. They've struggled all game. Nice pass inside Pesic. Nice pass underneath. Well played in a foul.
At least he'll get to go to the line for 2 easy shots.
Still struggling a bit to finish. Yamu has missed a few. That was a tough one. That was not a very easy finish for Yamu. You like it? You gotta like how he looks underneath, though. I think he's really got some nice footwork. He's had a couple nice moves. You can tell that Bayern is really looking to him underneath.
Yamu has shot 4 free throws so far and made 2 of them. So let's see if he can ameliorate. What's a better word for ameliorate? To make better. How would you say that?
Improve.
To improve. Thank you. It was easier than I thought.
Yamu hits his first, and he did. There's a first improvement.
Or amelioration.
I think that's an even better word. I'll take it. And this is the second one. Rebound to Zalgiris. Minute 30 left. 8-point lead for Zalgiris. But Kaunas really going fast at it now. Almost frenetic on offense. Take to the basket, and it's up, and it's good. Raupelis, whatever they're doing, it's working. Bayern seems a little bit caught on the back of their feet here on defense with a minute left to play in the half. Still down by 10. There's tons of time to play, and they're definitely in it. Yamu, they wanted an alley-oop. Not going to happen, but the foul is called. A little bit of a push in the back. And Yamu will, again, go to the free throw line. So he's done a great job. We talked about that a few minutes ago, how Bayern need to get tougher inside, and they've done exactly that.
Yeah. Yamu's leading the team here. With his, it's
not Yamu. Excuse me.
It's Luka Pesic is on the line.
Yeah, I missed where that foul occurred.
Not bad. He's more likely to make those, I think.
I don't know if they know who's going to take the shot. Pesic wants to take it.
Could be Yamu, could be Pesic. In terms of percentage, I would give it to Pesic.
If it's our choice?
But it's not up to us.
Well, Yamu definitely was under the basket. I thought he was the one who got pushed. I'm curious what let's see.
Here comes the replay.
Oh, no, different replay. Nice layup.
Seeing some of the highlights from before.
Raupelis, really, again, that offense for Zalgiris has really picked up their pace. Not necessarily running the floor, but just moving the ball very, very quickly around the court. And it is going to be Yamu to take the free throws. That makes more sense. They tried to sneak it in there. I think Pesic was like, hey, they're not going to notice.
Yeah. He comes from a smart basketball family. His dad would have done the same.
Exactly.
I'm sure Marco is proud and looking on, maybe even listening to us as we speak here. I think they have a game against Istanbul later today.
Right.
Or is it today, tomorrow, one of these days?
Today, yep.
So I'm sure he's probably sneaking in. and taking a look at what his junior is doing. Playing well so far.
Gets 1 of 2. Under a minute left to play. Bayern down by 9. Timeout goes to Kaunas. They want to talk about the last minutes, and we will be right back in a few seconds.
Please pay attention for everybody who books the coach clinic. Please come up to the desk and the main interview room, and we will bring you directly there. Please, everyone who booked the coach clinic, come to the desk in the main interview.
A PA announcer here at the Munich Audi Dome just had an announcement that the coaching clinic is about to start here in an adjacent small court. That is being held and led by Coach Pablo Lasso, a two-time EuroLeague winning head coach. It'll also be joined by Pedri Componen and others to, well, coach up the coaches. So anyone can still sign up for that. Go to www.euroleaguebasketball.net. Kaunas starts out with the ball, 53 seconds left. Pass up ahead. Where is the defense? Nice job by Yamu. Almost stopped it by himself. Strangely played. Somebody missed their assignment. Falkenthal, 11 points down, 37 seconds. Tight defense by Kaunas. Yamu to Falkenthal. Falkenthal looking for space. And he's fouled on the floor. With the bonus, they will shoot free throws. Falkenthal to the line.
Hard to believe that in this day and age, a full 2 quarters played with not a single three-pointer made. Rarely happens, but of course, if plan A doesn't work, you have to resort to plan B, and Bayern is doing a pretty good job of that in the second quarter here. They're not hitting them from the outside, so they're saying to themselves, why not try it inside? And they're getting fouled and making some of those free throws at least.
Well, and the fouls look a little bit better now, looking up at the scoreboard. They've improved as that one dribbles in. 25 seconds left. There's going to be a 1 second differential. Shot clock, time clock. You imagine Kaunas will try to run that out here as the half comes to a close. 9-point lead for the, I suppose you could call them the visitors. Bayern, the home team, of course, here in the Audi Dome in Munich. Kaunas up ahead. They're looking to score quickly. Interesting choice. Out of bounds, rebounded by Bayern. They could really take advantage of this now with 9 points. Let's see if they can score.
Psychologically, it would be important for Bayern to keep the score. The difference under 10 points.
Shot at the buzzer is very long, very wide, and a nice momentum shift for Bayern. Yes, they're down by 9, but they hung on to that less than 10-point deficit at the end of the first half. It was not pretty, but Bayern is right in it, and we've got 20 minutes left to play at the Audi Dome. The Adidas Next Generation Tournament will be back after this halftime break.
Sur mon lit à bouffer sa langue en buvant trop mon. Quant à moi, peu dormi, vidé, dans la gouttière où j'ai eu un flash. En 4 couleurs, ça plane pour moi, ça plane pour moi.
Was du auch machst, wir machen Frühstück. Kellogg's.
Bist du nervenstark und ein Powerplayer? Hast du Führungskraft? Wie eine echte Maschine? Dann sei ein Gamechanger bei der BayWa.
We are back for the second half of a game between FC Bayern Munich and Zalgiris Kaunas at the Adidas Next Generation Tournament at the Audi Dome in Munich. I'm Kevin Gillikin, joined by Niels Jaeger. We'll be here with you for the rest of this game, for every Bayern Munich game of this competition, as well as all of the games on Sunday. I will also be here for a few of the other games as well, the more highlight games. One coming up between Alba Berlin and Ratio Farm Ulm. Taken to the basket, way past out. This is Pesic. Falkenthal, floating jump shot. That's a good one. There's
nice
a good way
start to the second half here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they need if they want to hang around.
7-point deficit for Bayern. Kaunas in green, Bayern in white and gold. Very poor shooting in the first half from both teams. 0 made three-pointers.
What was it, 0 of 11 or something like that?
I think it's 0 of 9 for Bayern, 0 of 4 or 5, I think, for Kaunas. So not pretty in terms of shooting. There's another foul that's also been an issue for Bayern in the game. It cleaned up a bit there in the second quarter. End of the second quarter, Bayern got a lot tougher going to the basket, and it paid off, kept them in the game. They pick up an early foul there.
And of course, sometimes as a shooter, the first game in a new gym can be tough if it's, if you're not aware of the dimensions and there's lots of space behind the see-through backboard, then sometimes it's hard as a shooter to get used to it. But, they've had enough opportunities, so let's hope things get better.
That was a nice rebound by Yamu. That was another big issue in the first half. Rebounding was very much in favor of Kaunas. Bayern practically lost their very big man as it's laid up and missed. Onikere was forced to the bench, as we see another foul from Bayern. Forced to the bench with 4 fouls in the second minute of the second quarter. So unfortunate for him, unfortunate for the big man, the fresh youth from Nigeria, just kind of learning the game of basketball, but boy, does he have a basketball body. Bayern still without their big man, right in it. Passed up, nice play. Somehow kept in bounds and stolen eventually by Pesic. That was well done by Kolev. Kolev ends up with it. Falkenthal, can it drop?
Oh, finally!
Off the Schneid.
That's a wake-up call.
Here we go, 4 points. Bayern can completely change this game, keep the momentum, get a couple stops, keep scoring points. If they get hot, watch out, Kaunas.
Number 4, Falkenthal, leading all scorers at this point with 10 points. The young point guard from Jena on loan for FC Bayern Basketball. And here he comes again. Not a lot of fast break situations so far in this game. It's been a slow game. And Luka's pocket just got picked here.
Oh!
Alley-oop, number 3.
Well, if you're going to give up, a breakaway, at least have it look nice. If it's the other team, that was a nice looking breakaway dunk.
Pesic got caught on the wrong side of the poster there. Let's hope somebody made some pictures.
I think that was one of the questions we had at halftime as it goes out off of Bayern. Somebody asked if you think Falkenthal will stay with Bayern after the tournament. Do you have any thoughts on that?
No, he's not going to stay with Bayern after tournament. He's gemeldet. They say that means he's officially tied to Jena for this MBBL under 19 season. So that means he has to play the second part of the season for Jena as well.
I think he's been impressive so far. As it's stolen away, very strange pass. Kind of passed it to nobody. Falkenthal with it. Kolev wants to take it all the way, and it's out of bounds off of Munich. The official thought about it for a second, but it looked pretty clearly that went off Kolev's leg. A little bit too rushed. You were mentioning they need to get a fast break, but obviously fast break also means in control. 6-point deficit. Bayern right in this thing. Stankus dribbles around, ball in the middle. Rebounding attempt, just can't quite pull it home. 3-pointer up and no good. Yamu with the rebound. Kaunas still has not made a 3. Falkenthal with it. Kolev. Pull out to Yamu. Falkenthal, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Falkenthal's got 10 points in the game. He's the leading scorer for Bayern. Dribble drive almost traveled. Kolev takes a shot, and it's very short. May have been blocked.
He was 3 of 3 on 2-point field goal percentage so far. He got badly blocked on that one. Not much elevation in his shot.
Another foul way outside into the perimeter. It's 3 fouls for Bayern. And again, you like the aggressiveness. You like it, especially on the inside. They've done a good job of keeping Kaunas out from under the basket, but they've given up a lot of these just unfortunate penalties on the perimeter.
Dominik Dolic, point guard, checking back in for FC Bayern Basketball, while Falkenthal takes a short rest on the bench. And Zalgiris continuing to miss shots from the outside.
Yeah, that's a charge. Good call. And again, you see Bayern has the intention of running, which I think we both would agree is good, but they've just a bit out of control the last few times on those fast breaks. If they can reel that in a little bit, I think they're going to be in good shape. But again, that's the 4th team foul, 3rd on Dolinsek. There's 3 on Falkenthal, 3 on Dolinsek, and 4 on Onikwere, who we've not seen since the beginning of the second quarter. Zalgiris, floating jumper, misses. Ball is up, rebounded. Nice, strong rebound by Dolinsek. Dolic. Yamu sets a screen. Dolic again. Yamu again screens.
Oh.
Looking for the screen and roll. Now the shot up and in.
That was pretty by Dolic.
One-handed floater brings Bayern back to within 4. Kepazinska. Controlling left-handed, right-handed. Almost a shot and then almost threw it away. Shot from 3, that goes long. Another nice rebound by Kolev, but he steps out. I think you do have to appreciate, though, the rebounding here in the second half. I think has been much better for the Bayern side.
Yeah, they seem a little bit. They seem like their coach gave them a little bit of a wake-up call in the halftime speech there.
We have substitutions. It looks like Grusendorf, as Kaunas will shoot 2.
For anyone sitting at home who would like to take a little bit of a closer look at the stats, we recommend the EuroLeague app, which you can download free of charge, of course, and then just hop onto the ANGT section, and then you'll have a breakdown of all games, including live statistics of this game right here.
There's another statistic, and that would be 0 made threes for Kaunas. That is keeping Bayern in this game, still down by 5. And a foul on the perimeter. Again, that's the 5th team foul. And that'll be free throws for Kaunas, and they're going to be heading to the free throw line for the rest of the quarter. So Bayern's got a few things they got to figure out. They figured out the rebounding in half, it seems. But these bad fouls on the perimeter just continue to happen, and it is really hurting them. 4 fouls now on Dolinsek. Far too many fouls for FC Bayern. As that rolls in and out. This is Juzenas. Hits the second. 6-point lead again for Kaunas. Dolic with control, full court press. Kepazinska is just a pesky little guard. Under the basket, tries to lay it up and in. That was a questionable attempt, but a nice save by Grusendorf. Dolic, Grusendorf, up and in and out.
I just checked the percentages, by the way. So Bayern are 1 of 12 from downtown, while Zalgiris Kaunas is 0 of 9 from beyond the three-point line.
Well, I heard there's a coaching clinic down the other way. Maybe they can give some tips on, I don't know, on 3-point shooting practice or something. It's amazing how that works sometimes, especially as a team. You just get cold. Yeah, and we're just seeing both teams have that right now.
You get caught in the funk.
Yep.
Get caught in the funk.
Well, it's amazing when it happens all the time for players. It's just incredible how basketball works that way, that you can get in a team funk from shooting, and it's just how the sport works for whatever reason. Backcourt, nice save.
Nice save. Huh?
Somehow he almost kept that in. The fact that Dolic almost saved that was impressive, but
another foot on the line for FC Bayern though.
Almost is not enough. 4 minutes left, 6-point lead for Kaunas. And he loses it there. Stolen away by Dolic. Dolic himself, he's been picked, very pesky.
Ooh.
Nice block from behind. Grusendorf never felt that coming.
Yeah, he gets his pocket picked by Dolic.
Up and in. Wow. So Dolic, 2 steals in a row, completes one of them, and Bayern's down by 4. Buika setting the offense for Kaunas. Almost traveled, gets around Yamu. Into the corner, thought about a 3, didn't take it. Takes it inside, has to take a shot. Shot clock running out, rebound goes to Kaunas, and they can reset.
Number 16 lost the handle and had to make way with a sloppy shot. Didn't make it, and here comes Dolic again. With a nice finger roll. And they narrow the lead down to 2 points. We've got a ball game.
We got a ball game, and we will be right back for the rest of that ball game after a quick break. We are back in the third quarter here at the Munich Audi Dome. 3 minutes left to play. 42-44. We have a very tight game and a quick take to the basket. Kind of wild. Almost rebounded by Bayern. Yamu had it.
We should be looking out for number 3 on the Bayern side, Dominik Dolic. He had 2 great hustle plays on the back end of this quarter just now and helped get his team kind of back into contention, and I think he's feeling the energy.
Well, and that's something that a coach will see, and you will definitely earn playing time as Yamu takes it all the way and it drops. Scary for a second, but it fell. Still 2 points. You see a confidence in this Bayern team. I think they're starting to believe. They're starting to think, hey guys, we can win this game.
I talked to some of the former FC Bayern pros and international players before the game, and they said they'd be surprised if Bayern doesn't get whooped here in this game. But the young team is proving them wrong.
Absolutely, and so these guys are going to be surprised. As well, another surprise, Kaunas just hit their first 3 of the game. Take a 5-point lead. There is a foul on the floor. That's the first team foul for Kaunas. in the quarter. Shockingly. It's been strange that way. First quarter, third quarter, Kaunas had almost 0 fouls. Bayern, not quite so. Still, Bayern's right in it. 5-point deficit. 2 minutes to play here in the third.
Kaunas now 1 of 10 from downtown. Bayern 1 of 13 from downtown. That's a combined 2 of 23 from downtown.
For those of you new to basketball, that is not a good percentage. Zalgiris with the ball. Kepazinska, or excuse me, it's Zigas. Zigas, dribble, left-hand shot, and he drills it. Uh-oh. Let's see if Kaunas is starting to get hot. Bayern needs to answer on their own. Dolic with the ball. He's been the hot hand, the hot player here in the last few minutes.
Kaunas heating up. That's a great sign for anybody who's a Kaunas supporter, of course. Anybody who knows Lithuanian basketball knows that if these guys start hitting shots, then it can get dark real quick.
As that shot is up and wide, rebounded by Kaunas. Kaunas quickly again has a 7-point lead. In the corner, shot is up and it is short. Rebound falls to Kaunas and it's put back up and in.
A little bit too easy. The Bayern bigs got to box out better in order to avoid these easy points.
50 seconds left on the clock. Shot is up and it is good. And a foul.
Brunetto, the young Italian. I told you before, he's supposed to be a good shooter. Skinny arms, long arms, and he makes that with a foul and gets the and one.
Well, if he stays here long enough, we got to get some schnitzel on his bones. You know, some schnitzel, some sausage. Get him some bites first. Yeah.
Leberkäse.
Oh yeah. Get him some of that true Munich food. We'll thicken him up soon enough. Brunetto, 4-point play. That was a big boost, stopping that Kaunas run. 41 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Luka Pezic checks back into the game.
Dolic, pesky defense on Kepazinska. Inside, nice pass. Perfectly placed and put home by Kaunas. Dolic controls. 17 seconds, shot clock, play clock the same. Almost the same. About half a second difference. Foul called on Kaunas. Third team foul. 10 seconds left. Bayern could really use a bucket here. Momentum has shifted in the last few minutes back to Zalgiris. Let's see if Bayern can get it back. 10 seconds left. Who's going to take the shot?
I'm hoping they go for Brunetto, who just made that three-pointer.
Six seconds. Dolic.
Luka Pezic has to get rid of it.
Pezic.
And
Could not fall, but a foul.
At least he gets fouled, yeah.
There have been so many of those balls that just bounce around the basket. Oh, I missed the...
No free throws, what happened?
I'm not sure. I guess, was it a foul? Oh, they called it a foul on Bayern.
Offensive foul?
Offensive foul. Well, I missed it. Apologies, all. Looking at too many different things at once. Shot is up and good. Unfortunate shift there. Kaunas will get free throws to end the third quarter. Bayern down by 8 heading into the fourth quarter. Anyone who has any more questions for me, or especially for Niels, please ask us. We'll answer them in the fourth quarter as Bayern looks to come back from an 8-point deficit against Zalgiris Kaunas. We'll be back after this.
just to remember tonight, the next game will be either against unserer, and at 7 o'clock in the evening, approximately, we will have Real Madrid against Portland Man. Enjoy the games.
We are back at the Audi Dome. I'm Kevin Gillikin here with Niels Jaeger. Bayern is down by 8 to Zalgiris Kaunas. Before we get started with the fourth quarter, I do want to answer a very important question posted to us on Twitch. Does the Audi Dome sell Leberkäse? The answer is yes. And I actually just ate a very nice Wurstsemmel, I guess. Yeah, bratwurst.
Bratwurst.
So it was a sausage. What do you call it? It's a sausage in a bun, I suppose. And there's a foul on the perimeter again. Bayern.
It would be like the German version of a hot dog.
Right, exactly. Yep, German version of a hot dog with spicy mustard. It was very good. The food here is very good. The beer is very good. It's a very cool atmosphere at the Audi Dome. Since you get a full stadium in here, it's a very fun atmosphere. There's a nice steal. There's what Bayern needs. That could have been a foul. Falkenthal. A little bit of bumping going on here in the backcourt. Kolev. Shot up. And good.
Oh, the big fella makes another one.
Are you kidding me? Brunetto.
Now, he's a lanky player if I ever saw one. He's made the last 2 3-pointers taken. He's the only one who seems to have a stroke today. I would try feeding him that ball if I was Luka Pezic or one of the other point guards, Dominik Dolic on the FCB team.
Oh, and there's another steal. Yamu. Bayern down by 5.
Number 10, let's see if he gets it. There we go.
He can definitely shoot over the top. He's got it ridiculously long arm span. He's looking for it. He wants it. Falkenthal thought about it, shoots it instead, and it bounces wide. Yamu goes for it, almost had it at the baseline, and just falls out of bounds. Good effort by Yamu. I really appreciate watching Yamu underneath. He fights hard. He's got good feet, strong under the basket. He's been one of the more impressive players today for Bayern. 10 points is tied for the team lead with Falkenthal.
And of course, he must be leading the team in minutes. Yes, which is the case with almost 22 minutes so far. Seeing as the other big man, Nico, went down early with foul trouble. So he's had to stay in this game and had hardly any breaks so far.
When you hope that's not a problem tomorrow when Bayern has to play 2 games. They'll play an early game and a late game because in this round-robin tournament, each team will play 3 games in the first round. So it's going to be a long day tomorrow for Bayern, and if their big men are tired, and it's going to be interesting. Yamu with a block.
You know, I think it's the chance of a lifetime to play here at the ANGT tournament in the Audi Dome for all of these young kids. So I think that I'm hoping that them being tired will not be a problem because, you know, they're trying to impress the scouts, their teammates, their coaches, and all the fans watching on. It's a big opportunity for all these young players out here.
As a big 3 is hit by Buika. It was a bit of a last chance attempt as we watched that nice block by Yamu. Oh, there's a sloppy turnover. Take to the basket and a foul. Falkenthal turned it over but did well to stop the score at the other end. 3 team fouls. and 4 on Falkenthal.
It was a 5-point game just moments ago, and it could just turn out into an 11-point game. If number 8, Stankus, hits both free throws.
He hits the first one, so it's really been a game of momentum shifts. Goes this way and that. Bayern is, if they've held a lead, it has not been since the first minute. But they've always been close, as again, the rebound bounces to Kaunas. Underneath, in the corner, shot is up and off the backboard. Yamu with another rebound. Up ahead, here we go, it's a chance for a fast break. They got to slow it down a little bit, up and off. Out of bounds, yep, he stepped out of bounds. Kaunas stepped out of bounds. Sakas couldn't stay in on the rebound attempt, and it will stay with Bayern, 14 seconds left on the shot clock.
Brunetto, he seems to have a sweet game. I'm surprised in hindsight that he wasn't a factor in this game early on. I think he spent a lot of time on the bench, but ever since he's gotten the playing time, he's really proving his worth and his talent.
Yamu leaves the court. Onikiwere comes back on for the first time since the second quarter. Yamu looked pretty beat. Let's hope that he's able to come back on when they really need it. He has been definitely one of their top players under the basket.
Nico with the mid-range.
Decent looking shot. Doesn't drop. Kebazinska with control. Bayern needs to stop.
He's got a Mighty Mouse attitude, this little guy. Feisty.
On offense and defense. And that's up and good. As Stankus, that's his 14th point. He leads 15th point.
It's too early to call it a dagger, but it kind of feels like it, doesn't it? It feels like the Bayern team has been a little bit deflated here in the last couple of minutes.
They had that chance down by 4, and just a couple of unfortunate plays, and the momentum shifted immediately. There is a foul on the inside. I believe that's a foul on the floor. First team foul on Kaunas. So Zigas has 15 points rather than Stankus. I thought for sure that was Stankus who shot that, but the scoreboard says otherwise. As we have replacements coming on. Dolic replacing Grusendorf. Dolic had a nice third quarter. Let's see if he can continue that here in the fourth. Nico. Dolic. Spin move, looking for space on the inside. Here's Nico.
Ooh. And it counts.
And the points. So there's, again, good to see the big man back in there after foul trouble. He's so big that you just got to get him out in the inside, and he's going to make something happen. 10-point deficit and a chance to make it 9.
He's taken 3 shots. He's hit 2 of them so far. And it's too bad he was in foul trouble early on, or he could have been a much greater asset to the game thus far.
He's got a nice looking shot. For a big man, it's very smooth, good looking free throw attempt there, and he makes it.
He could have taught Shaq all about those free throws.
Exactly right.
By the looks of it.
Exactly right. Here's the pesky Kebazinska. Out of bounds, off Kaunas. Here we go. Maybe this is a shift Bayern needed. Plenty of time.
No-look pass by number 1, but it was so no-look that nobody was actually looking. And it's Bayern ball.
No look, no catch, right? That's not how you want it. Dolic. Controlling up the court. Kolev. Dolic. Looking for a pick and roll. Doesn't get it. Falkenthal. Foul on the inside. That's got to be against Kaunas.
Yep.
Nico turned around. He's like, wait, that's not on me, is it? And it wasn't. Fortunately, it was against him.
Don't worry, big fella.
3 team fouls now on Kaunas, 3 on Munich. Bayern down by 9. Need a couple shots to drop. Dolic. Nico. Dribble drive, big man, that's a travel.
He got fouled.
He got fouled.
Pretty dumb foul, but he did get fouled.
And I think that the Kaunas coach is a little upset because I saw 3 steps in there, but the refs didn't, and that's what matters. So they'll go to the line. 4 team fouls on Kaunas. So a big difference in the game so far, unfortunately, since he's been gone most of the game.
Let's see if he still got that stroke.
Shaquille O'Neal, I hope you're watching. See, I talked it out too much.
It looked good.
It did look good. A good looking shot. Substitution.
8-point ball game with 6 minutes to go, 6.5 minutes to go.
Buika comes on. And they're staying in it. This is going to be tight to the end. Bayern is not going away from this, ladies and gentlemen. They've not led throughout the ball game, but they have also stayed in it. Despite terrible shooting and poor rebounding, they have found a way to have a chance. That shot is up and long. Rebound falls to Bayern and Brunetto. Dolic calms things down, sets up the offense. Knocked out of his hands, almost stolen. Dolic trying to find an outlet. And it is backcourt violation.
A lot of easy mistakes on the FC Bayern side today. I counted at least 2 feet on the line. This one was a backcourt violation, of course. So
things that fortunately can be cleaned up. No matter the outcome of this game, there's a lot of things you can see that this team can improve on. And it's the same for Kaunas. I mean, Kaunas as well. You can tell there's a lot they can do to fix their game up. That ball swung around by Kaunas, taken inside, shot from out. And a foul, I believe.
No. Won't count.
I think they called the foul against Nico. So I think Nico is going to shoot more free. Oh, no. I'm sorry. So it's the 5th team foul. Yep. 5th team foul. So Nico Niquere will shoot free throws. Big man making a difference. Now let's see what they can do with Nico and Yamu on the court together. They've been out there for a minute or so now. Yamu looks pretty tired.
He's leading the scorers on the FC Bayern side with 10 points alongside Farkenthal. Yamu on the line. He's got 6 points to his name so far.
See what the big man can do. Down by 7, can make it 6 here with the second free throw. 5:37 remaining. And he drills them both.
Don't you love it? Big guy, super athletic, but he can also shoot that free throw, which oftentimes, seems to be a difficulty for those super athletic players.
And it's something too that I think that oftentimes because it's just they don't. I shouldn't say they don't spend time on it. I should say that you can tell he spends time on his shot, and that's something that's nice to see. A young guy who clearly spends time in the gym. There's a 3-point attempt that is drilled by Buika. There's a momentum shift again, back to a 9-point lead for Kaunas. Boy, Kaunas needed that one after a short run by Bayern. Dolic, top of the key. This is Yamu. Yamu looking for an outlet. Dolic takes it again. Screen set. Dolic takes a shot and he banks it in. Dolic is pumped. Rightfully so.
You got to call that, is what they say on the outdoor courts. But
and it's thrown away.
Dolic has really been an energy factor here in the second half and the third quarter with at least 2 steals and a couple of great plays, and now hitting that lucky shot and forcing the turnover.
Yeah, he has been one of the hot hands for sure. Dolic again with it. He's been very in control as the point guard as well. Here's a shot from 3. It's up and it's good!
Ooh, FC Bayern back in the game. Wow.
And we are back to 3 points. FC Bayern 63, Kaunas 66, 4 minutes, 36 remaining. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. And we're back. 4 minutes, 36 remaining in the game at the Munich Audi Dome, the Adidas Next Generation Tournament. And we've got a good one going right now between FC Bayern and Zalgiris Kaunas. And a foul on the outside. Dolic got a little bit too aggressive. 4th team foul for FC Bayern, 5 so far for Kaunas. We did have a question. Niels, I'll let you answer this one. From Ball Forever, do you think Germany has a problem with hard defending guards?
Well, Ball Forever, that's a great question and a hard one to answer. I think hard defending guards are always a problem for anyone if they defend too hard. But this defense that we just witnessed here just wasn't hard enough right now as the Kaunas player hits the three ball, and we're back to a 6-point game.
Foul on the outside. Looks like Falkenthal should shoot free throws. Yeah, the Kaunas does have a few of these smaller guards who are tougher. Kepazinska's one of them, and he is going to go to the bench with 4 fouls. So the tough, tight defense has come back to hurt him a little bit as he heads to the bench.
Dolic, by the way, who may have been my favorite defender so far, at least on the FC Bayern side, only has 1 foul to his name so far, which is kind of a surprise considering, the aggressiveness with which he went to work. So, great job for him.
That's a good point. Yeah, absolutely. It shows you sometimes you can be aggressive and get away with it. Dolic, or Falkenthal, excuse me, hits both. 4-point game. Coming into the game is Beliwaska, big man, 4 fouls, 10 points for Kaunas.
I'm really hoping they give that Italian kid on the FC Bayern side, Brunetto, another shot. The lanky shooting forward, who's been sitting on the bench for a while, but he had a great 3rd quarter, good 4th quarter. And
nice rebound. Big man Nico down there. So is Yamu. Nico ends up with it. Dolic has really controlled the point guard position. Falkenthal takes a 3 and is short. Rebounded Navikas. Stankas. Dribble drive, takes it inside, and a foul called on the take. That should be 2. Let's see who they call it on. Could be Yamu.
Falkenthal, by the way, 1 of 6 from outside, so.
The foul is called on big man Nico Onyekwere, and so he has fouled out of the game. That is unfortunate to see. He really added a spark there in the last few minutes of the quarter, and he will have to sit for the rest of the game. But he's an exciting player to watch, I think, for the rest of the tournament. Clearly has the physical tools and the stroke to be able to make a difference.
And I'm pretty sure he's going to learn from this experience. 4 fouls after 2 quarters, that just won't cut it. And I'd be surprised if he gets into that situation again later on in this tournament.
Bayern down by 5.
Jeremy Kolev back in the game, who had a really good first half, actually. 3-on-3 shooting.
Pesic also looks to be coming back in for Falkenthal. 3 minutes 20 remaining. We're getting to crunch time. Bayern down by 6. They have not led all game. They're looking for their first lead in order to win it. Dolic still in control. Screen set by Yamu. Dolic again around Yamu. Yamu takes the ball, goes to the rim strong and scores.
Bayern continue to hang tough, and we have to say that comes a little bit as a surprise.
I love it. I love the story. Take to the basket, and it's stuffed at the basket.
Was that a two-handed stuff?
That was Kola. That was a volleyball stuff.
That was like a Charles Barkley stuff.
Exactly.
2 hands way up there. He doesn't look like a jumper, but he is.
Inside, under the basket, stop. Oh, and it won't roll in. Dolic had a great look and a great fake, just couldn't drop it home. 2 minutes 30 remaining.
Great fake down there. Too bad he couldn't connect.
But when you're a little guy like he is, you got to have those moves, and he had it, just couldn't finish.
2 minutes and 20.
He's fouled. Fouled on the floor, but Kaunas is in the bonus. They will shoot 2 free throws. Free throws coming from Navikas. He has not scored yet in the game.
On screen, we can take a look at the very young squad from Ratiofarm Ulm. They're considered to be the youngest team here in the tournament. They look it, to tell you the truth. They look a year or two younger than most of these guys we're looking at here right now.
And they're coming up. They got a game coming up against Alba Berlin. Berlin looked fantastic in their first game this morning. Ulm struggled a little bit, but, well, they were playing against Real Madrid, so what do you expect? It'll be a great game coming up. I'll also be commenting on that game after this one. So that'll be, I don't know, what, about 45 minutes from now, Alba Berlin versus Ratiofarm Ulm.
And we had a question before about who the strongest teams in Germany are. And whoever asked that question should stay tuned for the next game, because Alba Berlin and Ratiofarm Ulm are considered to be two of Germany's top teams, alongside FC Bayern and Kicksebaum, of course.
Sloppy play by Dolic, got stuck under the rim, couldn't find an outlet. Jump shot, no good, very short. Rebound goes to Kaunas. 3-point shot is up, it's long. Rebound again goes to Kaunas. Bayern needs big men down low. They lost Nico, their tallest guy on the team, to foul trouble, and that's under the basket. Nice pass, good finish, good vision.
That was too easy. Somebody went to sleep down there, and the big guy had no problem laying that one in.
Timeout called by Bayern. They're down by 7, minute 34 to go. It's not looking good, but it ain't over yet.
.134 remaining. Bayern are down 7 points. It's going to be a tough nut to crack. It's not impossible, but definitely pretty hard thing to do.
Bayern has surprised many folks with their performance today, win or loss, overcoming a lot of odds, playing against a very good Kaunas team. They have been right in it. Kolev wanted a shot and traveled. Minute 13 left. 7-point lead for Zalgiris Kaunas. Again, coming up next, Alba Berlin, Ratiofarm Ulm on Twitch. Please like and share with your friends. Comment, ask us questions. If you want to know if you know what other foods they have at the Audi Dome, I'll be glad to let you know. I'll test them for you.
I'm going to check that out right after this.
Exactly. Niels and I are going to go see what foods we like best. We'll check in with you tomorrow. If we don't have a food coma.
They just gave me like 2 coupons. So
you got 2 coupons. You're going to make 2 meals. You're going to have 2 meals tonight.
Buck wild on that concession stand.
It's been a great time. I've really enjoyed it here with Niels Jaeger. He's going to be here again with us for every Bayern game. I really enjoy having you up here. You have a really good insight into these teams, into the Bayern team that has combined with an entire new team from Schwabing.
Well, thanks for having me, Kevin. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's been a fun game. It's been an ugly game, but as we were saying during the break, it's been ugly, but heck, when it's close, it's interesting. It's been a entertaining game, if not a clean one. Bayern will at least look to finish strong. It doesn't look like they're going to win this one, but finish on a good note, finish positive. They got 2 games to play tomorrow. You want to head into those 2 games on a high note. Let's see if they can do that. Up and no good. Yamu almost had the rebound, and it is out off Kaunas. And you see Yamu excited about it. And see, that's exactly my point. How, he's pumped up that he won that play. Mm-hmm. And that means a lot. You go into these games, these little wins at the end of a game, they actually, I think they really add up and make a difference.
And he hasn't given up yet.
A very clear foul against Falkenthal. Buika was hanging all over him. Oh, that's got to be the call. Let's see what they're calling.
I think it's on 24.
It's got to be on 24. Yeah, he was hanging on him. Are they calling a? No, okay, 2 shots. Yep. Bayern down by 9. 40 seconds left. That could be a miracle. It could happen. Falkenthal will shoot 2. Coach Prestis is calling a special meeting over in the corner, trying to set up a play. And we'll get over here. We got to design something special here. Maybe a couple of plays. As Falkenthal hits 1, they go down by 8. You need to set something up. Quick plays. Oh, it was a technical foul, I guess. I don't know what they call it. I think they call
Pesic, their best passer, will do the inbound. Down to Yamu. Big man down low. Goes to work. Nice footwork. But doesn't get it to go.
Oh,
dumb foul on the way out. It kind of looks like.
Now, see, this is what you got to. You got to control. Control your emotions. Keep calm. Keep cool. Take the loss. You can. If Bayern wins their next 2 games, they're still in good shape. They stayed in it here. They kept the score close. It is not over in Munich.
Yeah, it looks like the group is going to be quite, how do you say, in equilibrium. Everybody's kind of in a comparable shape.
Looks like it, and I think it looks like Group A. From the games I've watched so far today, purely my opinion, it looks to me like Alba Berlin and Real Madrid are the 2 best teams. Now, clearly, it could be better games played, worst games played from each team. Purely from the games played today, Alba Berlin and Real Madrid would be my 2 favorites in this tournament. Mm-hmm. They both have looked good.
Real Madrid obviously has to be considered the great favorite. I don't think they've ever lost a qualification tournament. They've always came in first, 9 times, something like that. Yeah. So whenever Real Madrid shows up, you have to expect that they're going to have eat the biggest part of the cake.
Well, I think they won by 45 or so earlier today. 31 seconds left, but we'll be back after this quick break for the rest of the game. We're back for the last 31 seconds of the game. Looks like Bayern is going to fall to Zalgiris Kaunas. Bayern will next play tomorrow at 11 o'clock against Athens, and then again in the final game of the day against the next generation team, Munich. So you'll have the NG Munich team against the Bayern Munich team. That should be a lot of fun. Really confusing for anyone listening. So as a commentator, we're going to have to be a little careful with how we call those teams. Maybe just Bayern versus NG Munich.
You know, if you want to remember something from what Kevin just said, it's a really tough schedule that Bayern have with Kaunas and then Panathinaikos and then the All-Star team. So it's a tough schedule for this team.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's brutal, and it's especially for I think everybody, but these big men running around out there. I think of Yamu a lot. Running his guts out there, especially as the big man without fouls, and he's going to have to play 2 games tomorrow. That's I understand these guys have young legs, but that is tough. Oh, it rolls in and out, Falkenthal, and another foul.
He was not scared of taking on a lot of responsibility in today's game, the young player, number 4, Falkenthal. But in the end, we have to say he was a little bit unlucky in a lot of his actions.
Well, and he fouls out here, and he led all scorers for Bayern with 13 points. Yamu had 12. He had a pretty balanced attack, really. He had Oniquere with 8, Brunetto and Dolinsek with 7, Dolic with 9. Dolic was impressive as the floor general and as a pesky defender who had several steals. Not a bad showing for Munich. I think, again, they've got some things to learn from, but they also did some things well. It rolls in and out, rebounded by Kaunas, and another foul. These last 30 seconds may last another 20 minutes or so. Ulm and Alba Berlin are just waiting to start their game. Like, come on, guys. Can't you just finish? Free throw up, no good. Bayern not quitting to the very end.
The Kaunas bench clapping during those free throws, which seems a little bit unusual, but it seems like a tradition on their end.
And that ball's thrown away by Bayern. You wonder if Kaunas will just run out the clock at this point. 9 seconds remaining. Kaunas 80, FC Bayern 68. They will attempt to score, and they do. 82-68. Yamu inbound, and the game is over. Zalgiris Kaunas defeats FC Bayern Munich 82-68 in the Munich Audi Dome with the Adidas Next Generation Tournament. Bayern will play 2 more games tomorrow, as will Zalgiris. We will be here for that. Niels will be right here with me for the Bayern games and for others. We look forward to him joining us again. We look forward to you all joining us again and asking us questions in the chat right here on Twitch. Let us know what you want to know. Let us know what would you want Niels to help you out and me to help you out with the food at the Audi Dome. We'll be glad to help you. We'll be here again. Until then, have fun. Take it easy.
It's a long weekend of basketball, and we look forward to every second. See you guys real soon.
Vitaras Gigas, congratulations on the victory. Maybe just your thoughts about the win in a tough game.
I mean, yeah, that was a tough game, but we played like a team. We had some good. We have some good attacks, some bad, but overall the game was good, and I'm very happy that we win.
What does it mean for you to play in a competition like this? You know, so many great players have played here in this competition. What's it mean for you?
It's an honor to represent Zalgiris club. I mean, for me and from my family, it's big for me.
Maybe the biggest thing that you guys take from this victory, looking forward to the rest of the tournament?
Maybe our communication. We have a lot of problems with that. But overall, we take a lot of lessons, but I think we're gonna win a lot of games.
All right, congratulations. Thanks. Coach Piauga, congratulations on the victory. Your thoughts about the tough performance against a good team?
Yeah, really. It was a difficult game for us. We were a little bit nervous before the game, so I'm very happy that we won. But still, we need to continue that. We did a lot of mistakes and don't follow our rules, but we need to enjoy this moment, forget, and prepare tomorrow game.
Maybe just talk about the rebounding, especially offensive rebounding. You really, that played a big role. Just maybe the biggest thing this team learned.
Yeah, really. It was a really good effort, and we were 25 rebound, and we won. So it's very happy.
Congratulations and good luck to us.
Thank you.